Hi Leah, I hope you had a great snow day on Monday. I missed seeing you, but I sure didn't want to drive my car and all that yuck. And I also hope you're having a really great week. I'm going to do your lesson via video, and so you can pause the video and stop and work on things as I should suggest them to you, and you can watch my demonstrations. So your mom texted me a copy of your practice sheet, and you were working on the F-sharp major scale. I'm going to move the iPad so you can see the keyboard. Okay, so remember F-sharp major scale has 6 sharps. Because we begin on black keys, we begin with finger 4 in the left hand and 2 in the right. So F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, our thumbs are on B. 3 over in the left and 2 in the right. Thumbs again on the white key, E sharp, and then F sharp. As you practice this, I want you to be listening for it to be very even with the correct fingering. Just like that. Then, once you feel you have that, you can move to the C sharp major scale, and I will type all of this up and send it to your mom so you have a paper. But it has 7 sharps. C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, thumb on E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp. So the right hand fingering is 2, 3, 1 on E sharp, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Left hand is 3 on C sharp, C sharp, D sharp, 1 on E sharp, 4 to F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, 1 on B sharp, 3 on C sharp. So I want you to practice that one very evenly, hands alone. You can do it piano, or forte. Okay, so there's 3 ways to practice: legato, piano, and forte. And the C sharp major arpeggio. C sharp, E sharp, G sharp, C sharp, E sharp, G sharp. And so on. Again, I'm always listening for evenness. I'm always looking at your fingers to see if they're strong and they're rounded, and if you can get a nice tone out of the piano. For your pieces, you had Christmas pieces you were working on, and I do not have the music for those here at home, so we will work on them next Monday. But you also had the glass carousel, and I do have that music here. So let's talk a little bit about this one. We're using the pedal to make it seem like a merry-go-round that's kind of whirling and making a blurry sound, a blurry picture. Remember, the left hand has the first beat and it's always staccato. You see how I was playing the staccatos with that motion? So it's short, and then my hand almost makes a weeping willow, and you can practice that motion. In the 3rd line on the first page of Glass Carousel, we change, and we now start with our right hand thumb on E. Be sure you catch that. And in the last measure of page 1 of Carousel, make sure you see that there are 3 beats of res. We turn the page, and when we skip down to the 2nd page, notice that both hands are going to play up an octave. And that measure is very interesting. So it's E, D, then F sharp in the left hand, and then 4 beats of rest. Both hands up another octave. Rest, 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 rest. Gentle ending on F sharp. I'll look forward to hearing you play this piece when I see you on Monday. In your lesson book, you were going to work on memorizing the haunted mouse, and I bet you that you already have that memorized. So let's turn the page and take a look at Classic Dance on page 16 and The Young Hunter on page 17. So I'm going to move my iPad up a little bit so that hopefully you can see the music a little. Classic Dance. We have 3 beats in a measure. 3 beats in a measure, or a 3/4 time signature, usually means that the piece of music is going to be a dance. So I want you to be sure you catch on at the very end of the piece. It says slow down and get softer. The very last note is going to be the quietest note of the piece. In the first 2 measures, how are our notes moving? They're going all by skips. We have C triads outlined. And then we use the same fingers in measure 3, but different notes. 4, 3, 2. And then in the second line, you have, they're all steps. So it's real important to catch on to how your music is moving and to really observe that. Make sure you also notice the repeat sign at the end of line 1. In Young Hunter, 4 beats in a measure, so it's not a dance, okay? What note does the right hand begin on? And how many times are you going to play that same note at the beginning of this piece? Measure 2 and measure 3, we have the interval of what? It's a skip followed by a repeated note that's tied. How many beats is that E going to get in the first line? And then the left hand, so it's down a skip, repeat, step, up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Short, 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 short. And then we're back to the beginning. Down a skip, hold. And can you play the A at the end of the piece? Okay, the left hand has it. I want to hear that A be a little softer. It's the end of the phrase, so unless the composer tells us differently, the last note is always played a little bit quieter. Here's the whole piece. That would be great if you work on those 2 pages. And then in your sight reading book, your assignment was to work on pages 30 to 35, Mozart's 5 names. And I know that the book says don't practice this, but you do have to practice the sight reading assignments a couple times each time you do it. So we'll go over these pages, but then I want you to continue moving along, and let's go to page, let's see, oh, I said 35. All right, so page 36 and 37 can be added on. The juggler, all right? And so the big thing that I'm looking for when you sight read, Leah, is can you start on the right note? Can you keep a steady beat? So if we look at day 4 together, which hand begins? Okay, I'm on day 4, page 36 in your sight reading book. And what is that hand doing? Did it go by steps or skips? And then we have left, right, left, hold, right, hold. Can you practice that motion at home? Left, right, left, hold, right, hold. Okay, so add in these 2 pages and work on them. Glass carousel. You can review pages 30 to 35 in your sight reading book. I will hear the haunted mouse from memory next week. Let's see how you did that, and your Christmas pieces. You also can practice playing different intervals up and down the keyboard. So let's start on C. It's a second. I'm moving the iPad so you can see what I'm doing. So C up a third. C up a fourth, and C up a fifth. Okay, and you can do that on C and G. All right, it's good for your ear, and it develops the ear, and it also helps you with your theory. I hope this helps. I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great week. Call me if you have any questions. Bye.